Hi guys, I have a special recipe for you today, and that is baklava. These crispy sugar syrup soaked dessert will become your favorite after one bite. It only requires a handful of ingredients and tastes great. For making baklava, the first step is making the sugar syrup, for which I'm taking sugar and water in a pan. To that, I'm going to add some honey. And I'm gonna give it a stir just to combine it, and then I'm gonna pour in some lemon juice. Now I'm gonna let it come to a boil, and after that I will let it simmer for 4 to 5 minutes, and then I will keep it in a side to cool down. Let's make the filling now. In a food processor, I'm gonna take 2 varieties of nuts. I have walnuts and pistachios. You can take any nut of your choice, and I'm gonna use some cinnamon powder to give it some flavor. I must say that I'm not a big fan of cinnamon, but this is the classic way of making baklava filling, so I'm showing you that way. And now I'm gonna pulse it few times so that some of the nuts are ground and some of them stays in bigger piece, just like this. When you pulse them, just make sure you don't ground all the nuts. It should look something like this. I have some store-bought Filo pastry sheets here, which I have already thawed according to the package instructions. Now I'm laying them flat, and then I'm gonna cut them according to the size of my pan. And once that's done, I'm gonna put a damp towel on top to prevent it from drying. First, I'm gonna grease my pan with some melted butter. And now I'm gonna lay my first sheet. Now some more melted butter on top. And I'm gonna repeat this process until I'm done with 10 sheets. So each time I put a sheet, I grease it with some melted butter, and then I brush it, I put another sheet on top, and it goes on until I do 10 sheets. Once first 10 sheets are done, it's time to do a layer of filling. Be generous about putting filling mixture. Once you are satisfied with the amount of nuts you wanted to put in this layer, repeat the process of putting layers of sheets and melted butter. But this time we are gonna do 6 sheets. So I'm putting 1 sheet, melted butter on top, brush it, and then put another sheet, and it goes on until I'm done with 6 sheets. And then again comes a layer of filling, and then another 6 sheets with the same process, melted butter, brushing and sheets, and then you put another layer of nut mixture. So first we do 10 sheets, filling, 6 sheets, filling, and then another 6 sheets. Probably it's a little bit hard to remember on the first go, but you'll get used to it. After the third layer of filling, now I'm gonna put 8 more sheets on top, and that's gonna end the process. Once the final 8 sheets are done, now it's time to cut my baklava. So using a knife, I'm doing some straight cuts first, and then I'm gonna cut them diagonally to get some diamond shapes, which are the most popular ones for making baklava. Now it's time to take the pan in oven and bake it. Once that's done, we are gonna take it out and keep it in a kitchen counter. Let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then remember the sugar syrup we made earlier? We are gonna pour that syrup into hot baklava. And that sizzling sound is something to die for. Now starts the worst part of waiting. You have to let it set, for which you need to give it at least 4 to 6 hours so that baklavas can drench in sugar syrup. And once that wait is done, you can garnish it with some ground pistachios. It looks beautiful, and then your baklava is all ready to be enjoyed. I tasted my first baklava 8 to 10 years ago, and it was a love in first bite. I'm sure you'll love this recipe if you make it just once, and this dessert is so tasty that you're definitely gonna make it again and again for yourself and your family. Try this recipe, give us your comment. If you liked the recipe, please give us a thumbs up. Thank you all for watching.